Stay out of the women's locker room.
The Gold's Gym locker room scandal just took a shocking new turn. The person at the center of it all has been revealed to have a serious criminal past. According to media reports, before transitioning, this individual was known as Grant Freeman. In 2022, he pleaded guilty in Ohio to domestic assault that caused serious injury to a partner. After serving his sentence, he transitioned and took his ex-partner's name, Alexis. Yes, the same person who now insists on entering women's locker rooms claiming they have every right to be there is the same person once convicted of serious domestic violence. Yet when women speak up and say they feel unsafe, they're the ones silenced, banned, and labeled as intolerant. Remember the woman who lost her Gold's Gym membership? She simply voiced her concern and got removed for it. Now this story has gone viral. One side supports the gym's inclusivity policy, while the other, mostly women, just want to feel safe. If even people with serious criminal backgrounds can freely enter women's spaces, then maybe something in the system is broken.
Today I was naked in the locker room. I turn around and there's a man there in boy clothes, lip gloss, standing there looking at me. I'm butt naked. So the first thing I think is maybe there's a worker in here. Maybe I missed a sign. I say the word sir to say, sir, what are you doing in here? He goes, don't fucking talk to me. I'm a woman. I have a right to be in here. Immediately, I'm fucking pissed because I'm butt naked. I feel violated. I feel like weird. Like I don't want to deal with this, right? So the girls are walking in and they're seeing the commotion and they actually chime in and say, yo, I don't know why he's in here. He's not supposed to be in here. And then I talk to the people that work at Gold's Gym and they don't really have anything to do. They just like, oh, we can file a report about it, incident report. What the fuck is going on? Like, listen, how can you say you're a woman or you want to be a woman and you don't care how women feel? That's nothing more manly than not giving a fuck about how women feel, I'd like to think. And I get it, like, everybody has their own things, and I don't want to say that I know everything about gay rights or trans rights. I'm a lesbian. I've been a lesbian my whole life. I treat people how I want to be treated regardless of whatever their sexual orientation is or whatever they decide. So I'm not transphobic, and I'm not homophobic. I'm not straightphobic. I'm not racist. None of these things. I just believe in treating people how I want to be treated. Why do you guys think it's okay for men to be in the women's restroom? And like, when is the cutoff point? Is it like, oh, you cut off your penis, you can come in here? Why aren't women making the laws? And if you really want to fucking be safe and feel good, why don't we just make trans restrooms? Gold's Gym, men, grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know.
I was wondering if you see her perspective. She's saying that she's looking at you, say, in a towel, and you still have male genitalia. And, you know, you may be transitioning, but could you understand her being uncomfortable?
Well, I certainly do not understand it, but I do get the notion of the fear-mongering that she's perpetuating. The truth in the moment is far from what she is purporting it to be. Literally every time that she's done that, I've had women in the locker room comforting me because of how aggressive she was towards me.
If I was in the gym butt naked and a grown man walked into the locker room with lip gloss and leggings on, I would be screaming bloody murder, cops called, pepper spray out. You're getting 2 fingers to the eyes. I cannot believe the Crunch or Gold's Fitness gym, whatever, in LA. This woman seems to be the only one outraged. She got kicked out and her gym membership revoked because a grown man was in the locker room, the women's locker room. And staff just seem to want to soothe it over from the videos that I've seen and just allow him to go back into the women's locker room. And this woman is the only one that seems to be outraged, causing a public scene, as I would too. Gyms should be a safe place. You shouldn't have to be constantly looking over your shoulder in the bathroom if there's a man inside. And that no one else was really sticking up for her or making it a big deal is absolutely crazy.
Hi guys, my name is Esther Daniel and you're welcome back to the channel. Look, I get it. People can identify how they want. I'm not against anyone. I don't hate nobody. But if I'm in a locker room and I'm completely naked, I should never have to question if a man is standing there staring at me. That's just basic respect. This whole story got worse when people found out the person she was talking about, a trans woman named Alexis Black, used to be a man named Grant Freeman. And get this, he was convicted of brutally beating his ex-wife, like broke her jaw, left her with permanent damage. That's not something you can ignore. So now we have a man with a violent past walking into a space meant for women, where women are changing, showering, and feeling vulnerable. And when she speaks up, she gets told to be quiet and kicked out of the gym. That's insane. How did we get to a place where women's comfort doesn't even matter anymore? When a woman says, I feel unsafe, instead of listening, people instantly call her hateful or transphobic. No, she's human. She's reacting like any woman would. And what gets me is even the woman said it. She's a lesbian. She's not coming from hate. She's coming from shock, from feeling exposed and disrespected. We can respect trans people and still admit that some boundaries are necessary. Anyway, guys, let's see how people are reacting to this. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share the video to help the channel out.
Hot take: people avoid this topic because they're afraid of being labeled transphobic.
Grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room.
Serious question of the day: should biological men have access to women's locker rooms? Because this conversation isn't about hate, it's about safety and boundaries. The Gold's Gym controversy. I had a very similar thing happen to me. I had just walked into the women's locker room alone. It was late at night. The gym was nearly empty. The locker room was empty. Someone who had approached me earlier in the gym walked in right behind me, and they lingered. And I just froze for a sec. I felt scared, and it wasn't because of who they were. It was because of the possibilities of what could happen. I grabbed my shit and left fast. I think a lot of women silence their instincts to avoid offending or upsetting someone. But that's how we end up unsafe. I can completely understand wanting a space where you feel comfortable. Everyone deserves that. However, how are we supposed to distinguish the difference between those who are truly transgender women and those posing as trans with other motives? We can support trans rights and still talk about women's safety. The two shouldn't cancel each other out. I don't have a clear answer for what the fix should be, but I do think her reaction came from a real place, not hate, just instinct. And that deserves to be understood, not punished.
How are we letting men enter women's locker rooms? Shout out to this woman, Tish Hyman, because she saw it with her own eyes in a Gold's Gym in Los Angeles, and she didn't let this fly. She confronted the man, and she also confronted the staff, but the staff actually kicked her out, banned her membership, and let the man go back into the locker room and continue changing or doing whatever the heck he was doing. And she did not let that fly either. She caused a scene. She told everyone in the gym what is going on, and there's video footage of it. It's actually amazing. And then she also got the attention of Joey Swole, Riley Gaines. Everyone on social media is now seeing this. So this is the clip of her confronting the man.
No, now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. No.
That's fine. I want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
This is her telling everybody in the gym what just happened.
Men, grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know. The fuck? Everybody saw that man in the fucking locker room. No one saying shit. And I'm fucking done with it. It's fucking stupid. It's dangerous. Me naked in front of a man without my permission. But I ain't the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all. I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room.
A black woman was kicked out of a Gold's Gym located in LA because she didn't want to share a bathroom with a man. And I say man because by the looks of it, this person is more than likely just a perv. But let's just say this is a trans person. You should have came from an understanding perspective. Women don't want to undress themselves in front of strange men. I don't feel that women should have to compromise when it comes to their safety and their comfortability. As a trans person, I'm sure you would want people to come from an understanding place, correct? So you must come from that place as well. I talk like a man. I look like a man. What's in between my legs gives man. So yeah, I understand why she feels uncomfortable with me being in the locker room. It really could be that simple. Be who you want to be. I don't discriminate, but let's just learn to be understanding.
There's no other way to say this except for extremely blunt. Women do not want men in women's spaces. No ifs, ands, or buts. We never did. We never will. I don't know how it got to this point. There has been a time shift in this country where everything's changing. Definitions of words are changing. Illegal means legal now. I don't know what's going on, but we don't want this. And we don't need to give you reasons why. You can just say, okay, and you can walk away and you can get your state senators and your representatives in your area to advocate for better laws and put more bathrooms out. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. It's not my problem. And other women want to feel safe in locker rooms and bathrooms without fearing that a man could be standing on the other side and could be waiting to stare at us naked. So insane, you guys. So insane that we're the bad people. We're the transphobes. We're racist, white, fascist, Nazis, whatever the fuck you guys call us. It's not even that. We just want to shit, pee, and change in private. It's not fucking rocket science.
I usually mind my business, but a lot of people mad at the stud that got mad at Gold's Gym because a man was in there with his male genitalia in the women's locker room. First and foremost, as a woman, masculine presenter or not, if I see male genitalia in the women's locker room, automatically I am scared and I'm fearing for my safety. I don't care how you try to spin it, what you try to put it as. Oh, I'm intolerant. I don't give a fuck. I'm scared. Terrified, actually. Oh, because I'm uncomfortable going into the men's bathroom, I'm going to go invade the women's locker room and make all these women uncomfortable in their own space. What kind of fucking entitlement shit is that? So, if you're going to operate in women's spaces, nip and tuck that shit. Nip it. I don't give a fuck. But I better not see it and still expect to be calling you a woman because you're a man to me. I'm just going to be honest. I don't give a fuck. If I see male genitalia, that's a man. You in the women's restroom, get that motherfucker out of here. That's a pervert. I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't care if y'all don't like my opinion, but as a woman, I should not feel scared in a woman's locker room, a space that was created for women to be safe. Not to mention the fact that you literally came in this space boldly, openly, male genitalia out and all, and expecting a woman to respect you as a woman. That's misogynistic and that's hateful in itself. I don't give a fuck. And literally it's like, women better accept me. Yeah, misogyny. Secondly, why do trans women feel they don't have to respect women in our spaces? This new form of misogyny is actually getting sick. You motherfuckers ain't no different than the straight men patriarchs who want to violate women and tell women what to do and control their bodies and tell them what to do. Y'all are the same shit. You just a different side of the coin. And again, this ain't all trans women. It's just a lot of y'all feel y'all don't have to respect women in our spaces and then want us to give you some. Y'all want us to bow down when y'all walk into the locker room, like, bow down, bitch. I'm here, I've arrived. Fuck. Misogyny. The fuck? And I'm gonna say some of y'all, not all of y'all, but a lot of the trans women are very misogynistic.
I will be honest, I'm tired of people acting like women's feelings doesn't matter anymore. We fought for years to have our own spaces, and now suddenly we are expected to share them with anyone who just identify. I'm not against anybody living their truth, but my truth is, if I'm naked, I deserve privacy. I deserve safety. And if that offends anybody, then maybe it's time we start rethinking who is really being silenced here. Because when a woman can't even say I felt violated without getting punished for it, something is seriously wrong. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this whole situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share the video to help the channel out. See you in the next one. Bye.